Hey everyone, welcome back to DIY with Dewey. Check it out, we got our blind spot monitoring system working. Here's just a little demonstration on how it works. So whenever cars are driving faster than us and they go on our left or right side, the little LED indicator lights up. We're installing a blind spot monitor system on our Acura ZDX. So if you've seen my other videos, you know that we've installed those LED lights already. So right now the wiring, we put it through the door already and the other end is down here. So now we're gonna pull up these panels and push the wire all the way through the back to the rear bumper of the car. And we have it on both sides already. The passenger door. Here's the passenger door side. Has it as well. So I'm just gonna walk you guys through the process of installing it. And we're using a combination of OEM parts and aftermarket parts. So this is the aftermarket kit. Behind this panel right here, you have access to the trailer hitch installation, wiring installation. So we tapped into those wires, we'll have everything we need. We'll have the brake light, turn signal light, power, and then basically the negative as well. So I'm using instructions on how to install the reverse backup sensor attachment kit. So I actually have a backup sensor kit for the Acura ZDX as well. And it has basically all of these parts in here. This is OEM for Acura ZDX. So this is the installation kit, and then I have sensors as well. Oh, there it is. But I don't feel like installing this right now. I kind of like to do just one project at a time. I don't want to do everything at once because it just becomes a mess, basically. So all we're gonna do is blind spot monitor system today, and I'll leave this for another day. But we're going to tap into the wiring. So this is the connector right here, and this taps into where the trailer hitch harness is, but this doesn't have all the pins. This is just for reverse only. So this powers the reverse sensors. We'll see when I get to the wiring harness if I'm going to just tap into them or if I'm going to splice anything. It has the smaller pins. But anyways, I just kind of wanted to show you guys what I have so far to do the conversion. And we're going to use this factory installation instructions for backup sensor. I also have installation instructions for a trailer hitch harness, but it doesn't really tell us what wiring is what, so I'll get my multimeter and I'll check everything. Yeah, so there's not much information regarding wiring. All right, well, let's get started. Go ahead and remove this mat. And this is where your emergency jack is located and your subwoofer back here as well, right there. All right, so on the top of this, there is a little notch and you'll be able to pry it down. There we go. So that folds down and then now you have access to the screw. Okay, so we're using a bigger Phillips screwdriver. Oh, that sounded good. Okay. All right, so same thing on this side. Get your flathead, and on the top, you can pull down that little cover. All right, set that aside. We need a 10mm. So pop the hood. A little 10mm ratchet. remove the negative. There we go. Lift that off. All right. And just leave it unhooked while we work on installing the system. So we're just going around the whole thing. All right. I don't think we need to remove the whole thing. So lift this up. And lift up. And that's what you have from behind. So no broken clips. It sounds like something's breaking, but it's fine. So these are the 4 push pins. 1, 2, 3, 4 that go into that little panel. Our spare tire hole is right there for the tool. All right, set this aside. Basically the same thing. So you lift this up on this side. There we go. So these screws are on there really good. Make sure you don't strip these screws. You put a lot of pressure down while you rotate so that they don't get stripped. It's time to remove the rear bumper on our Acura ZDX. And this is where we're going to install our 2 sensors. You'll see these caps. We'll go ahead and start with these little caps right here. So be really careful not to scratch your paint. So I'm putting it in here and I'm just lifting it up slightly. There. So we're not marking the caps or anything. Oh, we can reach it without removing our rim. So we have 1 screw right here that goes vertical up. So there's screws right here. And I think most of them can be reached. Oh, that one won't be able to be reached. So I'm just using the bit and rotating. Okay, so we removed 1 screw. Let's go ahead and remove the bottom screw. There's a bolt right there. Now I'm just removing this little splash guard. And we have 1 more tab under here. All right. So we got the rear splash guard off. So if you look under here, there's still 3 more screws. 1, 2, and 3. So because we had the splash guard, there was a lot of extra screws we needed to get off. If you have a splash guard, you have this, 2 screws that go into this bracket. You have this bolt that holds it in the inside of the wheel well, and then this plastic clip on the bottom that goes up. All right, let's go on the other side. All right, once you get it started, it's easy to twist off. One screw, let's do the bottom one. 2 screws, the 10mm bolt on the inside. Plastic trim. All right, this just slides straight down. It's kind of caked on there with mud. There we go. This is probably like 5 pounds of dirt. It's just caked on. So this drainage right here in the back, but it was so clogged. The other side was fine, just this side, which is kind of weird. We must have went into some dirt or something. Alright, so the top screw was missing. It fell off already. So we found that. Alright, so the railing is out. Or the bracket, I mean. That means all those screws are off. So one push pin right here. These screws. So now I have to remove the hitch. So we're gonna use our big DCF 900 impact, and we're just gonna loosen it. So we loosen that side, loosen this side. Now we can reach. pin out. So we'll get it started from out here. All right, that's all the screws. We're gonna pull off the side first. Pull off the side. Okay, so it just pulls away. You just have to be really careful with that. It's on there really tight. So you want me to do this side. So just grab this edge right here, start lifting up slowly. Move along the tabs. Okay, so we have clips on here as well. So I use a little flathead screwdriver and I kind of push up on the little clips. It kind of helps release the plastic bumper. Just yank the bumper off. There we go. Not very graceful, but we got it off. And there's no damage to it. This back bumper doesn't have the reverse sensors. So there's no wiring that we need to undo. This is what the Acura ZDX looks like without a back bumper. Because we're doing some custom work, but let's go ahead and clean the surface area. There we go. And this is just alcohol, rubbing alcohol. We're gonna do that to the side too. Maximum 35 inches, so we're good on that. We're trying to mount it around 26 inches. So let's see what the minimum is. 21 is minimum. All right, so 26 is good. So this is probably our best spot right here. We're gonna mount it right here. So the original factory one mounts on this side, but we need a 20-degree angle for our system to work, and this is exactly 20 degree. So we're gonna mount it directly from here out. I think that's probably our best location. So this has double-sided tape. I've already cleaned it with rubbing alcohol, and we're gonna mount this right here. All right. And then we'll put self-tapping screws right there. One screw. So this, we're gonna mount this. Okay, here's our little ratchet and a little 8mm. So this needs to be 20 degree. Got it out. Okay, so it should be pretty easy. What we're gonna do is this wire right here side will go up on this side. Under here, you'll see there. Do you see that little spot right here? This is a little rubber stopper. All right, so it's a little rubber stopper. I'm gonna drill a hole through here. And then this can go directly right through the middle. And then basically that'll insulate it. And the way it's underneath, it'll limit the amount of water that can get into the vehicle. Let's go ahead and do that now. Right. Pretty simple. And then this, now that we have the hole, we'll shove this through. And it's rubber, so it's pretty flexible. There we go. And that's pretty tight seal. I want it to go under. We're gonna grab the zip ties that I don't want the wiring to get in the way. There we go. So this will limit the wiring's slack. And I don't want any sharp edges because we don't want it to cut. And then we're feeding it through to the interior of the vehicle. Right, so this wire goes through, so it goes to the bottom and then it goes out this side. So we're just feeding it through right now. And then the little grommet on the bottom, the seal, I'm gonna press it into that hole to make it watertight again. Let's do it to the other side too. Same thing like earlier. We don't want any sharp. So actually this side, we're gonna zip tie it to the existing wiring up here. And then from here, we can wrap down. Fit it through. So here's the other end. So I have some long zip ties. These are 11-inch zip ties. So it's not long enough. Let's go on this side. So we'll add 2 zip ties together. All right. Let's do that. Okay, so this will keep it from ever rubbing against that section. From the other side. All right, that looks pretty good. And all of this will be covered anyways. A wiring needs to attach to this, under this cover. So there's wiring under here and under this panel. Lift this cover up. Oh, it's nasty down there. That one. This is for the bottom of the back seats. All right, 12mm deep socket. Okay, let's pop this back seat off. So to do this, you just grab the bottom of the seat and lift up. Grab, and then you have to do it to the other side too. This side, and lift up. Like that. And then this slides forward now. All right, that's our back seats out. So there should be a bolt right there, 10mm bolt. So let's loosen that, and then the top is just a clip. 10mm. All right, and then there's a clip on top. So this will, let's move the seat forward again. There we go. So there's the little red clip, one right there. So it needs us to remove this panel, the toolbox as well. Alright, so we just got our toolbox out. It just lifts right out. Remove this panel. And then these are just little push tabs. There we go, caught it. Kept it from flying. And let's see if this coverage just comes right up. Two more tabs. So this tab is a little different. This tab over here is a different type of tab, that one. There we go. So it was this tab. Now we have this little spring divider. Oh. Okay, on this side, this just pops out. So there's a whole bunch of clips, but we installed this rail. And I don't want to risk breaking this, so I better take these screws out to be safe. I don't want to mess up my cargo cover rail. Alright, it's just a whole bunch of Phillips screws. I put like an 8mm bolt right here. Alright, and this slides right out. take the cover off. All right. So we got that out. Let's go ahead and try to pop this out. I don't think anything is hooked. It's just a lot of fiberglass. Two pop. And then two more over there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. Well, that's what we needed, was access to this, just so we could reach the wiring. Okay, so here's the harness we need. Get it off. We don't need to take this all the way up. We just need to push the wiring through. All right, so here's our wiring. This wiring is for the rear. I'm gonna go ahead and plug it in because we want to test it too in a bit. And it only plugs in one way, so there's no wrong plugging of that. Right reader. Right reader. All right, those are in. So this is the little siren. There's 3M tape on it too. So it wants us to put the buzzer right above here. All right. And then this wire can be taped and go along with that. I'm losing daylight. Right LED. This one's for left LED. So this is just electrical tape. This doesn't have anything. It just protects the wires. There's all the wiring. Right turn signal, left turn signal, and reverse. I don't think we need door detection. All right, so now we're gonna test all the electrical connections. Let's see what is what. So this is our negative. We're gonna ground this. All right. So now I need to find the left turn signal. Okay, so we found the left turn signal. It is blue. Okay, so there, do you see how it's jumping? That means that's our right turn signal. Right turn signal. So our right turn signal is down this one. So red is right turn signal. Reverse. So I already know which one reverse is because I have the reverse kit. I can just look at the connector. I have the wiring harness for the reverse backup sensors. And you see which pin it is. So it's literally the one right above the red. So this one would be reverse up here.